Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna talk about the consumer journey in social media. Have you ever thought about what's even real consumer journey when it comes to your content marketing in social media? It's not just about we saw your content and then later we just bought your product, not just like that. So I brought this consumer journey, which is like really simple framework that I usually explain to my clients. Basically, we can see that this is a content: search, visit, action, and then buy. So I'm gonna walk you through all of the process for you to understand this consumer journey so that you can maximize your ROI in your marketing. Okay. Hi, I'm Hyein. I am the founder of Hyein Marketing, helping international brands succeed in Korea, Japan, and beyond with strategic social media marketing. So let's dive in. So first things first, when it comes to content marketing, we can actually think about the Reels, carousel, images posts. You are running some advertising on Meta or stories on Instagram or Facebook or even YouTube videos. It's all about content, right? When you publish content, this goes to your target audience. And sometimes if your content is not really optimized, the chances are this is not gonna go to your target audience. This actually sucks, but that's why having some strategy and optimization in place in your content is really important. And then when it comes to content marketing, there is a different objective when it comes to where you are. For example, if you are a totally new brand, your main goal should be about increasing your brand awareness phase. And then later you feel like, oh, people notice us, and then maybe it's time to increase more engagement so that we can build community. That's something that we can go for as a second step. And then number 3, there are some engagements that we can actually track and follow, and then now it's time to build fan like followers. That's the next step. And finally, you are trying to make your audience buy something from you or try to make your audience do something for you. We actually call this lead generation outside of making sales. So that's something that we can actually think about when it comes to content marketing objectives. And as we are talking about the consumer journey in social media marketing, when consumers see your content, it's not just about buy your product right away. Especially if you are a totally new brand and you don't have many brand recognition in each market, they usually actually go to search engine. Something like, is this really legit? Can I trust? Or should I buy now? Those question mark. So that's why it's important to have both content like search content and social content. Meaning search content is something like blog, website, or even articles, something like those PR stuffs. Or it could be something like YouTube videos for sure, because we can search some keywords and then we can find out the right YouTube videos at the same time. And then social content for sure, I actually explained to you before. So yeah, this is like 2 different ones. The reason why I highlighted the search engine optimization or search engine marketing is because people really search your brand name or product name. And what we actually discovered from our clients is that if the content goes viral, then later we discovered that people actually really search what this is about. For example, we hit 1.3 million views from one specific reel, and that actually brought really great sales, like 1K sales from the first launch, even though we didn't really use paid ads at all. It was just influencer collaborations and organic social media marketing and search volume for specific brand related keywords or product related keywords. In total, it was nearly 6K search volume. So when you think about this, you have to actually map up like what you're gonna do about this consumer journey. So this is a visit. When it comes to visit, it could be either go to some retailer shop or it could be about visiting your online shop. When people visit the mall, it's either we already decided to buy your product or we just want to explore. I want to just get to know more about this product. So it's different. To make those audience feel something like, oh, I just want to buy this product, then you actually have to warm up the process with social media marketing, because you go to search engine and then you type just, let's say, body wash. There are tons of options there. We will just compare this ingredients is good, or just this price better than this product, something like that. The competition is really fierce. So what I recommend is you have to nurture your audience through social media marketing, social media content. And then once they feel like, oh, I feel seen enough from this community, and then this brand has really great vision, people can actually want to buy your product, not about need to. So what I mean by this want or need, it's actually a completely different position. Let's say your customer want to buy your product. That means because they want to support you, because they love to support you. But if consumer need to buy your product, that means because of your unique ingredient that can solve some specific problem, or it could be something about their body wash run out of the amount, they have to buy the new option. But it's not really about attachment to your product. It's more about solving their problem, and if they have another option, they can actually switch in this need position. But if you go for want, they will really easily not switch your product from A to B. That's really important. So that's the importance about how you're gonna do in social media marketing. And I'm actually seeing some really big global brands, even though they have tractions in the market, they actually stopped posting social media content. Maybe they didn't see any great ROI from the social media content, because usually they will track the KPIs, meaning key point indicator, from the search volume or advertising, all of that, because it's hard to track from organic social media content and then calculate the ROI. But I think that's really a huge mistake, actually. Like, how you're going to nurture your process without any community. That's not possible in this competitive market like Korea, Japan, and beyond. That's something that I wanted to highlight. And then there is a number 4, action. That means lead generation, or they want to get some free samples, or you can make them to buy something, and even they subscribe to your email. Yeah, those kind of like all of the actions. And then next, it's clear that the buy, purchase. Once they decided to buy your product, they will really purchase, buy. I understand that if it's about launching phase, we cannot actually set the main goal like we want just only awareness, not with sales. Actually, it's not possible. So that's why it's important to set your campaign based on this consumer journey. I'm not talking about you have to give up on sales if you go for awareness. I'm talking about you have to really go through all of the consumer journey and then optimize everything possible, especially if you are a really big brand and they want to really fix your ROI. And then also, if you are a new brand and then you want to really hit the great revenue and sales in a short period, it's important to consider all of the process that your consumer might face, because we meet some people face to face and then we just met for the first time. We are just getting to know each other. And if we found something really weird or we don't really understand them, the chances are we are gonna make some distance. So it's really important to go through all of the process. It's not just about they saw content and then just buy right away. If that's the case, that means the consumer journey is already done before, okay? I hope it was helpful for you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel for sure. I'm talking about all of the marketing strategies in Korea, Japan, and beyond. And I'm sharing my personal journey being as a global business entrepreneur. And if you need any help, support in marketing, especially in competitive market like Korea, Japan, and even global social media marketing in English-speaking markets, we have a very great team of native-speaking marketer, including myself. We are not a really big agency, by the way. We are more a type of boutique marketing agency. So we can actually take only 5 brands per market. And if you don't want to miss that opportunity, our doors are closing soon in June, so please apply to work with us. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box below. Bye for now.